what's going on?
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? It's Mark
And Aaron.
from Art 4. What's good in the neighborhood? Welcome. I don't even know what today's date it is. What's today's date? It's like
Wednesday,
the
29th.
It's time to pay bills, is what it
29th.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the 29th.
So hopefully we all make it out alive this month. Welcome to our Wednesday segment, Intermission Interview. Today we're going to be live in the studio with star of South Bend, Lucy Beard. But before, yes, but before we bring her into the studio, a few things that we want to tell you about. You probably saw today our latest episode of Wake Up Wednesday with special guest Emma Jean Loop. Thank you so much, Emma Jean. She talked about mindfulness today, and you can see all of our Wake Up Wednesday series, not just on our Facebook page, but you can catch it on our media library by going to art4sb.org/library, where you can see hours of musical theater content, including our Wake Up Wednesday series, which is dedicated to health and wellness. So please check it out.
And don't forget, we also have Bending the Gap, our blog series. So we had a new entry on Monday of this week.
Good.
So if you haven't seen them, go to art4sb.org. And at the navigation bar at the top is blog. Check out all of our blog posts this summer.
Yeah, the latest blog post was about Shakespeare and some like behind the scenes tips and things that you probably didn't know about him and things about the Elizabethan era. Some really cool stuff that Natalie wrote about. And you're probably thinking, well, Shakespeare and musicals totally makes sense. Not. But the reason why we wrote about it this week was because we teamed up with Shakespeare at Notre Dame, and we have a special edition of Show Tunes Sunday coming out next week, Tuesday. Okay, it's August 4th. Just remember, Art 4 on August 4th. And we're calling it Show Tunes Shakespeare. Okay, it's just like what you're familiar seeing with Show Tunes Sunday, but it's a little bit extended, okay? And it's all musical theater songs inspired by the Bard himself. Yes, you won't want to miss it. So make sure that you tune in. There's a Facebook event, and you can also find the information on Shakespeare at Notre Dame's website. It's all up on there. So please join us. We'll be sharing it on our page on Tuesday when it comes out around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tune in.
Yes. And if you were tuning into our fourth wall on Monday of this week, just 2 days ago, we announced that we are doing a virtual performance of 35 millimeter, which is our next production. It's a musical by Ryan Scott Oliver. And so we are currently taking auditions.
That's right.
There are 2 auditions going on. So we have vocal auditions going on. So you have a 2-week window, folks. 2-week window to get your audition tape to us. So they're all online. So you're submitting everything virtually through a form and linking to your video. All of that can be found on our website. So again, art4sb.org. You can go to events, 35 millimeter, and then there's a little, actually Auditions has its own nav bar.
It does have its own nav bar. It's called Auditions.
Yeah, so you can just look for the word Auditions in the navigation bar at the top of the website.
That's right. Also on that audition page, which is good information to know ahead of time before you're thinking about committing to a project, is Art4's plans and procedures for COVID-19 and what we're doing with this project. As Aaron already mentioned, we're doing it completely virtually. So the way that we're adjusting our rehearsal process, the performances are all based around keeping people out of the same space from one another for as long as possible. It's been stuff that we've been thinking about over the past couple of months. So please, if you've been looking for an artistic project to jump on, but you are concerned about being in the same space as people, as everybody should be with a global pandemic, can consider checking it out and joining us.
So as we already mentioned, the performances will be virtual, online, password protected. This is a ticketed event, so you would have to pay for the password to watch the production. We are going to go live on Friday, September 25th.
Yes.
So those of you that are audience musical goers, patrons, mark in your calendar Friday, September 25th. Okay, and you can see 35 millimeter by all local South Bend artists. Now, we also are doing a photo call.
Yes, we are.
That has a little bit longer timeline. So you have until about the first, it's actually the first Saturday in September, which is the 5th Saturday in September, is the deadline to submit photography. So all you photograph people out there and photographers, you can submit new work or current work that you already have that you think would be appropriate for this show. So every musical number in the show has a specific photograph that will go with that musical number. And so we are taking submissions for all of that artwork. And yeah, so you also will get paid, by the way, and there will be a panel. So Susan Moore, Professor Moore from IUSB, as well as our Art for Artistic team will be reviewing all the photos and selecting the people that we're going to use, or the photographs, I should say, that we're going to use in the production.
That's right. And so if you're like, well, why are these photos in the thing? It was written that way, 35 millimeters. It's about photography, folks. So we want to make sure that we're featuring local artists in the show. So submit your artwork. Help us spread the word, please.
And so if you want more details on the photo call, that's also on our website. If you go to art4sb.org
/35 millimeter photo call.
Yes,
there it is.
35 millimeter photo call, all one word. 35 mm photo call.
Yes.
And there are more details about the submission process and the selection process and payment. But there's also a list of all of the musical numbers by name. 35 millimeter is also available on Spotify. So if you want to check out the music before you submit your photographs, you can listen to the whole show on Spotify. But there is a link there. There's also a link to the original photographs that were used in the original production of the musical, just as point of reference. Please don't copy. We want new original ideas, but if you want to get a flavor of what photography was used for the original production, that is included in the audition call as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's all she wrote, folks. Hey, if you're also looking for some good Spotify tunes to listen to, email us, join our email club, and we're going to send you a curated playlist. It's Art4's 2020 Big Fun Summer Playlist.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I don't think I said it right, actually. I said the wrong thing, but we're going to breeze over that. Natalie, our intern, she curated this wonderful list of musical theater contemporary songs, songs that you're going to know, some songs that you're going to have no idea where the heck that came from, but you're going to enjoy it all the same. So engage with us. Speaking of engaging with us, I see all these people who are flooding the room right now here to hear what we have to say with the star of the week, Miss Lucy Beard. Come on in, Lucy.
Hello. Now, before we get too deep in here, we've got a bottleneck of comments here, so I'm going to put them all up on the screen.
Yes.
Mark is very excited to be here.
Excited to be here tonight.
Megan Beard says, "I know who Lucy is."
I know her. Or is that just a coincidence with the last name?
Well, I know of her. She's in the next room, so.
We have Colleen, woohoo! Our 4. Wait a minute. Oh, we got Packy too.
Oh, Packy!
Oh my gosh, Jack Saunders is back, our regular staple and supporter. Susan Moore is here.
Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes. Jack's got several things to say.
Jack, I will respond to your messages later in the day. Erin and I have not talked yet.
Colleen says, "Hi, sis."
Hey, girl. How you doing?
We got Packy. That's
again.
My sister. We got so much going on here.
Packy, I heard that you're the favorite. Somebody told me that recently.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I mean, it was just assumed. I don't know. Lucy, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. For those out there who don't know you, what's your story?
My name is Lucy Beard.
Yes.
I am 18 years old. I'm double jointed in my arms. I
love it. You're getting so much information. I didn't know that.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Broadway, here we go.
I just graduated from Clay High School with a double magnet major in musical theater and dance. So very happy about that. And I have 3 other siblings, plus a sister-in-law and a niece. So,
and your niece was born recently. What's her name again?
Darcy Faye Griffin.
Darcy. Hey. How's it feel to be an auntie?
It feels great. I feel like I'd feel more into it once I see her because they're in DC, but
yeah, COVID messing things up.
Yeah, but it's still great.
Babies the way you want to.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, you were part of the Clay High School Magnet program. So tell us a little bit about that experience for you.
Well, I first got introduced to the magnet program when I was 10 because my mom started working at Clay High School at that time. And throughout the whole time before I actually got to high school, I just was in love with musical theater and just watching the whole process of the Clay Magnet arts and watching the students perform amazing productions. And so when I got there, it was awesome. I felt so welcome by everyone who was there. My closest friends I met from the Magnet program, and they have taught me so much. And I'm very thankful for what the Magnet program has done for me.
Yay! There's a lot of really cool people out in that Magnet program, some of which are some Art 4 alumni as well, many of which actually have been a part of the Show Tune Sunday series. So it's a flood of talent that they have there. Must be doing a lot of good things. What was it like? I don't know if this is listed somewhere else, but well, okay, let me ask the question that I'm supposed to ask first. So what was the first production that you were ever a part of?
That's a tricky question because I guess the first technical show I was in was when I was about 3, and I was in my mother's middle school production of The Shadow Nativity, and I got to play Jesus. And so I don't remember it, but it happened, I guess.
Right to the top, right to the top.
I know.
No, and then I guess
and what actually there? Yeah, I mean, come on.
What's next?
Yeah. And I guess the first show that I'd ever performed in was at my mom's middle school when she directed Guys and Dolls, and I just did Bushel and a Peck on the side of the stage.
Nice.
And that was the time I actually was performing, I guess, because the other times I would just stand during the bows. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would consider that really performing, but yes.
Or in front of an audience, it's always a performance. Megan says you were 18 months.
That's pretty little.
Oh, I was 18 months. Never mind, I wasn't 3.
Wow. 18 months and you're already playing Jesus. I love it. I mean, I played Tevia in Fiddler on the Roof in my middle school production, and I had like a little fake beard and everything like that, and I tried to have like an accent and stuff like that. I'm just imagining you as an 18-month-old baby Jesus with like the long hair. I don't know. Does Jesus have a beard? I don't know. I don't know how
baby Jesus.
I don't know how white people think of Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I digress. Now, being a part of the Magnet program, and then your mom is also she runs the Magnet program, right? So, what was it like? What's that working dynamic for you? Was it ever difficult to kind of navigate those situations?
Yeah.
Too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure.
No pressure. She knows about this anyway. We've gone through this. There have been a few productions where we would get on each other's nerves, I would say. Especially when we did state competition the first and second time, but mainly the first. I remember we got into a whole fight because we weren't agreeing, and like just imagining that your mother was directing you, and it can be stressful, and I'm sure she was stressed out with me. But so we ended up making up, but yeah, it could be hard sometimes where we both get on each other's nerves, I would say.
I mean, us in our small 2-person family unit, we get into tiffs over theatrical experiences. Yeah.
All the time.
Oh my goodness.
Ronnie, how are you? Hello, Jackson. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Hi, friends. How's it going?
Okay, so we all know, Lucy, that you are an extremely talented singer. I said it. There it is. It's out there. Talk about your vocal training. I
didn't start having like vocal training until I was about in 7th grade, when I was with the Horners, who are a great couple, and they would once a week train me and help me out with songs. It originally was for one of my middle school productions. They were just helping me out because I was doing The Little Mermaid Junior, and I just needed help on all of it. And so, yeah, we need help sometimes. And my voice has changed, and I was able to discover what I can do with my voice. And so I was with them till about sophomore year. And then recently, for about a year or two, I've been with Aaron, and he has helped me.
That's me.
He's done a great job. I can't thank you enough for that. It's really helped me.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't have to say
that. I am telling the truth. No, I'm for real about that. Yes.
And you went through all these college auditions, and you recently graduated. What's the plan now? Now that you have graduated from high school?
I will be attending starting September 2nd. I will be at Western Michigan University, and I will be.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've already met my classmates, and we've all been chatting, and it's been great. And the people there are so welcoming and very talented. We already did a little bit of 10-minute scenes with each other, and it was so cool to be a part of. So I'm very excited.
You already did some stuff like that. What are they telling you about COVID and how things are going to function in the fall? What are your anticipations?
Yeah, we get there and immediately we go get COVID tested, and they are able to get our results in like 15 minutes. And based on those results, either you get sent home or you're allowed to, go into your room, get unpacked and everything. And about 40% of classes are now online. And then the rest, the teachers that I've talked to who are having in-person classes, we'll definitely be wearing masks. And sometimes we will have classes outside and just trying to make sure we're all distancing away from each other. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, totally. What's Packy saying there? I'll never forget the day we got to see him.
Oh gosh.
What's the tea there?
Well, last summer, we were going to Kalamazoo to get lunch with my whole family, and we were passing by Western Michigan, and my mom was like, "Why don't we go walk around for a little bit?" And I was not having it. And I was just like, "No, I don't want to go. I don't. Can we just eat lunch? I don't want to be here." And then it's very funny how I ended up going there in the end. Not even wanting to be like, I didn't want to like see it. I was like, nope, let's just go to lunch. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this school. And now I love it now. I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's
That's
okay.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm the worst. I am such an a-hole when I am hungry. Learn has to deal with a lot of stuff. I'm done today.
So you're fresh out of they're off of doing the audition process for colleges. So do you have any advice for people, or do you want to share just to how you felt about the whole experience? But it had to be long and grueling, I would think. But yeah. Thoughts about the audition process?
Yes, the audition process is very long. By the time I got through the second week of auditions, you're going to get tired. I definitely was feeling like I want to be done with this. I need to be done with this, but keep working hard. Just keep thinking that it's all going to be good. Make sure that you warm up, because some colleges don't let you do that. So make sure that you warm up just in case on your own, because some of the colleges don't let you do that, or they don't have an open area so you can do that. Also, I didn't expect that I would meet so many great people. I was thinking I was going to feel really nervous and not be able to meet anyone, but luckily all of us are in the same situation, so we all ended up bonding with whomever you were sitting next to. And so that was it was a nice surprise. It helped me relax a little bit, knowing that all of us are in the same boat. We can crack a little bit of jokes, get to know each other while we're just sitting and waiting, because you're going to have to sit and wait for a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Megan says, make sure you're bringing your leggings and jazz shoes.
Did you forget leggings and jazz shoes at some point in time?
Also, make sure you remember all your stuff, because I once had an audition in Virginia and I forgot my leggings. And so we had to go buy it that morning. And same with the jazz shoes. I forgot my jazz shoes in an audition in Ohio. So we had to go buy jazz shoes. And so, don't do what I did.
Don't forget your stuff. What's your 5-year plan, or what do you want to be doing once you're done with school? What does the future of Lucy Beard look like in your eyes?
Well, I honestly have no clue. Hopefully I'm doing something in the arts, because I love it so much and I just want to be at least around it, and I want to be a part of it in some way. But I would also like to be financially stable or financially independent, hopefully.
Look at that.
Yeah, hopefully. We're going to see. But yeah, maybe
able even now.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not sure about if I want to continue off of getting a bachelor's and get a master's or a doctorate or not. We'll see. I might just end with a bachelor and just go try to see what work is out there. And so I'm hoping that I can get an agent and hopefully get jobs.
Awesome. How about location? Any cities you want to live in?
Ooh, New York maybe, or Ohio. I have no clue. Chicago. I don't know. I'm not sure where a lot of performance art really is, except for the main stuff.
Major art hubs: New York, Ohio.
I thought Ohio had stuff. I didn't know.
New York or Ohio. I mean, it's insane. People say that Ohio is the New York of the Midwest.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So I'm just sure. Yeah, sure. I don't know. We're going from that whole range, New York, all the way to a range to Ohio, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, uncertainty just means that there is a wide array of unlimited possibilities in your future.
Yeah. I think I have it.
And
Lee says you can go to Austin. I hear that's a good music scene.
Yes. Weird. Keep it weird. Megan says Austin, Chicago. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All of those things. I like how you're like, oh, I don't really know. I mean, nobody does.
No, yeah, exactly.
We've got an offer for DC in the Kennedy Center.
Ooh, yes.
That's true.
It's going, folks. I have DC in the Kennedy Center. Where else should Lucy go? What are the comment section? We want to hear from you.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. You know what? If you know of jobs there, put the job link right in the comments. Let's get this young lady a job.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, I'm mainly just gonna go where the work is. I don't have a preference.
Now those of you might not know, but Lucy has also been in Art 4 productions.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about some of the Art 4 productions that you've been in? And we want to know your most favorite moment on stage. But first, the productions you've been in with Art 4. Follow up your favorite moment and why.
Okay. I would have to say, well, first off, I've been in Seaside Cabaret,
Woo!
which was my first Art 4 show. Yeah. So that was my first show, and I loved it. Great cast, great everything. It was awesome. And then my second one was Next to Normal, which I almost blanked on that. Oh my gosh, which I played Natalie, and I was really excited. It was literally my only dream role that I could think of in my head, and so I was so excited to be a part of that, and just the experience was amazing. The cast, you guys, just everything was anything I'd want for a production to be a part of, which is like one of my favorite shows. So yeah, those are the two productions I've been in. And I would say my favorite moments would have to be in Next to Normal when we would harmonize. I love harmonizing, and just being a part of that cast and hearing just the perfect blend with everyone was so cool. And everybody was so talented. And just hearing that every night got me so pumped up. Anytime I would be we'd be singing a song all together, and just there's a note that just all works out so well. And so I just loved those moments, and that was just one of my favorites.
Hey,
I like that. Yeah, that moment as a performer when everything just kind of locks into place. And
and it gets me so pumped up. Oh, it's so great.
Like you though, you've got to experience that a lot, I'm sure, where you're just like, you're in the zone and you're doing all this cool stuff, and you're just thinking, damn, this feels good.
Yes, or if I like have to do a dance routine, but also like having to sing, but everything just works out great. That's when I just get even more excited and more pumped up. So yeah, Jack. Also, my favorite moment is meeting you. Stop! I love you.
Lucy, let's talk about COVID-19 a little bit. Tell the folks at home how this has all affected your life.
Well, I definitely am less busy than I was. Before, it would be school and then right after rehearsal. And so it was very weird having to just get my schoolwork done in like an hour and then have nothing to do for the rest of the day, especially when it was everyone stay at home. But after that, I got into a little bit of hobbies. Like I tried knitting. It worked a little bit, but I stopped. I tried writing in a journal. I just tried doing all these like little things. But yeah, it was very weird just being out of what I was so used to, what just felt like a routine for me, just going to rehearsal, working on stuff that I love to do, and then just having that all stop. And I'm not a good self-motivator, so it's hard for me to, get up and be like, all right, Lucy, you got to work on this.
You're like talking to yourself
oh
in the
my
mirror.
gosh. What are you going to do at college if you're not a good self-motivator?
Well, luckily, that's why
a good question.
If teachers give me stuff, then I'm like, all right, I gotta do this. My teacher told me to do this. Or if people tell me to do something, I'm like, sure. But if I'm like, Lucy, you're gonna work out today, I give up. But no, if it comes to like homework or like doing something that a professor or someone tells me to do, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll do it. And so I'm more loose with that.
I'm thinking back to the I just want to be financially stable. I'm like these two ideas don't go well together.
I know, that's why I'm kind of, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting few years. But yeah, luckily I have done a couple online shows. I did an online virtual version of Midsummer Night's Dream. And then after that, I did an online virtual version of Macbeth. So it's not the same. At least I'm getting into it a little bit. But, it's something to do with the circumstances that we have. So, yeah.
All right. No, we get you. I mean, we're doing an entire musical that way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What other choice do we have? Either we're taking the choice to consciously put people at risk and encourage them to gather into one location when it's not safe at all. We know it's not safe and that it's not getting better.
Yeah.
We could just sit on our hands and choose to do nothing, or we can use our 21st century technology.
Yeah.
That is very adaptable and just continue to get some work done, folks.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that we live in the 21st century where we have the abilities to continue on with theater in different ways.
Sure.
So that's definitely helped me stay in the zone for, staying in character and feeling like, I'm always refreshed with acting and not feeling like it's been a while. And so, yeah.
Continue working on your craft. Totally get that.
Yeah.
Speaking of working, let's talk about Show Tune Sunday that you just did.
Yes.
So several parts. So tell everyone first what songs you did for Show Tune Sunday, in case somebody hasn't seen that. But you should all go check out our Facebook page and see Lucy's 2 songs that she did perform. And then you can talk about the process. But
okay, cool.
What you chose, maybe even like how you chose those songs, or like why you chose those songs, or what was on the table, or
Show Tune Sunday was awesome. I picked out first a song from Lizzie the musical about Lizzie Borden, and so I chose "This Is Not Love." And I came across that, I can't even remember, it was like a year ago or two, and I've always loved rock musicals. And so listening to the whole soundtrack of that show was just awesome. And so getting the chance to just choose that and just sing it was just awesome.
Sing it?
Just sing it and perform it. Yeah.
Ohio.
Oh yeah, Ohio. And then
summer in Ohio. Then, if you live in Ohio.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wow, I won't play that. Yeah. It's too hard.
Somebody else.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Song number two. I decided to do Chain of Fools because first off, I got introduced to that because of the movie The Commitments. But also I found out that it was a Aretha Franklin song. So that was also cool. But I loved that performance. And I asked Mark and Aaron, I was saying, does it have to be musical theater? And they were like, no, that's fine. So I was like, cool, we're going to try this. And so yeah, I just decided to pick that song. Why not try it?
Why not? Pretty much we've been saying to the artists, you can pick anything as long as we can find some music to it. And I think besides for Mimi Bell singing La Cheveux, song. La Vie en Rose. You're the only other person who did a non-musical theater song, and I just love that. Yeah. I also I like just talking a little bit about Lizzie the musical. I mean, it's a 4-person musical, right? And it's all women. And
it's all women.
You know, it's chamber sized. It's a maybe.
I don't know where we're going with this.
Maybe it's a good pick for the future. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh. God. Should we do that, audience? Should we do Lizzie the musical?
Yes. Do you want to see
in 2021? Do you want to see that? What do you want to see in 2021? Oh, yes. Request now, folks.
That's right. Okay. Fantastic.
So, how did you decide where to do the shoot for Showtune Sunday?
Well, I did my last portion of senior picks recently, and we decided to go to the alleys downtown because some of the alleys have great artwork. And so when I was thinking about Chain of Fools, I thought, what's a cool place to do this? And I remembered about the cool little murals in the alleys and everything, and I just thought this would be a cool setting to have like a little change of where should I put. Yeah. It was just a cool setting to try out for the whole performance. And honestly, for the Lizzie one, I had no clue. That was Mark. Yeah, he came up. Yeah, he showed me where everything was, and I was like, honestly, this works out perfect to what I was picturing in my head, but I couldn't find anywhere because I didn't know where those spots were, and so yeah.
So, yeah, Lucy was like, well, let's go downtown and let's explore the alleys, and I knew that we were gonna go by those murals in the alleyways, which, by the way, I think that our city collectively can use a lot more art placemaking, things like that. Like there's those 2 beautiful murals right there that we shot by, and then all those other buildings. There's it's such a cute little street there, and it could be a real hot spot if we just saturated it in art. Anyway, so we did that shoot, and we didn't know where we were gonna go for the second one. I was like, well, let's take a walk by the Tribune because it's all abandoned over there. We felt like we had some good spots, some sad song location stuff. So that's how that came about. Okay. Lucy saw it. She was like, amazing.
Yeah, I was like, that's it. There we go. That'll work.
You did it. Yeah.
Just thank you. That worked out perfect.
It's time.
Oh, it's a game time?
Yes, it's time for us to play our game. Now, and we're on the wrong slide. I know that we're on the wrong slide, so bear with us, folks. But for tonight's game, we're going to be playing a few rounds of 2 truths and a lie. So Lucy sent us some of her 2 truths and a lie ahead of time. She's yet to see ours, and we're going to throw them up on the screen. And as we're going through, folks, please comment on what you believe is the truths, and which one do you think, more importantly, is the lie. We'll see if
are we ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, technical difficulty.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, we got it. Oh, it's me first?
Is it, all right.
No, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's do it. I once owned a chicken named Lois. I tap danced in the Chicago subway for money. Cindy Lauper and I met while performing in a concert together.
Okay. Do I have to do I guess?
Yeah, this is all you.
Oh gosh, I just
Aaron knows. Oh, unless Aaron, do you know these?
I don't think I actually do. So
yeah, I'm like looking at this like I can't. I would
I mean, talk it out. What do you
I would feel like, since you lived in Chicago, would you have a chicken? I feel like the tap dancing would be right. And my final answer is I'm gonna pick the chicken one.
The chicken is true.
What?
It showed up in our neighbor's backyard after a storm, like out of nowhere. And we ended up keeping her for a while and named her Lois. And then the city was like, hey, you can't have chicken, so we're going to take that chicken from you. Found out that Lois is actually a Lewis. It was a time. I had no idea. Doopsie doopsie. I grew very attached to Lois. Probably, yeah, well, it wasn't good.
Okay.
All right, Lucy.
Do we read them, or does Lucy read them?
I think Lucy, you can read yours.
Okay, cool. So I used to hate, when I was younger, the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds because I didn't like when people sang my name. I used to hate having my picture taken when I was younger, and I would cry and pout anytime people did. And one time I kicked a hole in the wall because my sister wouldn't get out of my room.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I definitely I could see the Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds being annoying. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, I think the first one is true. And I think the second one is the lie.
I don't know. I can't actually imagine you getting so mad you would kick a hole in a wall. I've never seen you get mad.
If you were her sister,
well, it's like, I mean, my sister and I are close in age. We fight, not as much anymore, but we did a lot when we were
younger. I say the second thing.
Okay, final answer. Yeah. So is the second one a lie?
That's a truth. I didn't kick a hole in the wall, but someone did, not me. So.
Wait, the hole in the wall is the lie? That's what you're saying?
Yes, that's the lie. I didn't do it.
Who kicked the hole in the wall?
She's going to hate me for this, but Lila was the one who got mad at me.
Lila?
Yeah, she got mad at me because I yelled at her to clean her room, and then I never got out of her room. And so she kicked a hole in the wall. And then right after, I looked up and I'm like, and she immediately was like, oh no. So I think for a whole year we covered it with a poster. So no one knew about it.
This is like Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I was just like, it's fine. I'm just gonna put that up.
I love that the entire family is on right now.
I know.
And being like, damn you, Lila.
Yeah.
Poor Lila.
Yeah, no, she'll get mad at me. It's okay. It's okay.
You probably won't know unless you bring it up.
Okay, this one's me. So, wrecked 3 cars that I didn't own. Did I do that? I love eating fizzy candy like Zots and Pop Rocks. Or I used to only wear khaki cargo shorts.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I feel like the third one's true. I feel Oh my goodness. I feel like it might be the second one. I'm just gonna go with the second one. Because I feel like the wrecking 3 cars that you didn't own is kind of like a little bit too out there, that I'm like, if you didn't, I'd be like, really? Okay. But yes, the second one is the lie. That's what I'm going with.
You're correct. That is a lie. I cannot stand fizzy things.
Well, fuzzy candy is gross too.
Does anyone remember Zots? Are they still even around? Do you know what Zots are?
I have no clue until you told me, or at least until this came
And
out.
I
Right?
am too young to know what that is.
But like, you know what Pop Rocks are, right?
Oh yeah, Pop Rocks I know.
Gotcha. Okay. Moving on.
Next thing. We're too young to know what that candy is.
I have no clue.
I went inside a lot as a little kid. I once got a third-degree sunburn on my face while on a religious retreat down in Mexico.
That is oddly specific.
I've never smoked a cigarette a day in my life.
Okay. I feel like the second one's way too specific to be a lie. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. We're going to go with the second one's the truth. I'm going to say the third one's a lie.
The third one is a lie. I've smoked a cigarette before, and then the next day I had a very bad hangover, and I never had a cigarette again in my life. And yeah, I went through a lot as a little kid.
Oh my goodness.
So wetting the bed. It was.
Oh my gosh.
It was embarrassing at the time.
Oh, it's back to me?
It's back to you.
What about Lucy?
I mixed things up a bit so she could get the last one.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I've run 5 marathons. Black licorice is my favorite candy. I've been to Italy 4 times.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the third one. I'm gonna go with. Wait.
Is a lie or a truth?
Lie. I'm just gonna lie.
That one is true.
Oh no!
The lie is black licorice. I think black licorice is probably the most disgusting flavor ever invented.
Oh yeah, no, I feel too, but I didn't know if it was like a weird thing that you liked, where I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, I didn't know if you were trying to trick me, thinking, oh, most people don't like it, so maybe he does like it. I don't know. Okay. Yes, so when we were picking out my dog, I was the one in the family to end up picking her at the animal shelter. My favorite food is potatoes, and I am the only person in my family that has had braces.
I don't know.
I can't imagine that your favorite food is potatoes.
I mean, if it is, I feel really sorry for you.
There's so many exciting flavors out there.
Yeah, I feel like that's the truth, though. I feel like the animal shelter one is like Beanie actually picked it or something like that. Like, the dog bit Megan, and then Megan was like, I want that one.
Oh,
I don't know. So I think the first one is a lie.
I'm gonna go with the potatoes is a lie.
Potatoes?
It's a lie.
So the potatoes one is true.
No.
And the first one is a lie. Yes, it was Lila who ended up picking out Phoebe. And I can't help it. I like potatoes because there's so many ways you could make it. It's great. Dinner, snack, potatoes are there. You can have it anyway. It's great.
Albin has this new show on the Netflix, and he talks about potatoes in one of his episodes. Like, just a little.
Oh, I should no potato shaming. Got it.
No potato shaming. Yeah, I mean, I've never really thought about it until now, but my mind is completely open about all of the diverse ways that you can have some smut.
Exactly. It's great.
Oh, Mark has another.
All right. I see dead people. I once considered myself a Republican. I'm double jointed in my left hand.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the first one. Because I I don't get that. Is that right?
I mean, why did I even put that on there? Is now what I'm saying, is what I'm thinking. The double jointed one is the lie. I've had some.
Apparently, he sees dead people.
I see dead people.
Really?
A medium, I guess.
Yeah, I've had some very unexplainable things happen. That's all I can do.
Okay, moving on. Oh my gosh, there's more? Okay, so I once had a rat tail over 6 inches long. I'm a really good roller skater. I stole one gummy bear from Brock's Pick-a-Mix. You probably don't even know what a Brock's Pick-a-Mix is. So
nope, I do not.
Think just bulk candy and like a grocery store.
Gotcha.
I stole one gummy bear.
Okay, that one's too specific to be a lie, so that's a truth. I'm gonna go with the second one. I feel like the first one's very interesting as well. The second one is a lie. I'm gonna say.
Person, Lucy. You're correct. I am a terrible roller skater. So that one is definitely the lie. So good job.
Yay.
All right, Lucy. Okay. Last round. Here we go.
Right now I'm trying to be a vegetarian. I was a part of the clay dance company before I was a student, and I've never been away from my family for more than a week.
Oh, this is tough. I feel like you
like potatoes, so I guess the vegetarian probably makes sense.
I think the first one is a lie. I mean, Lucy and I recently talked about diet and stuff, and she didn't mention the vegetarian. So, yeah. So I think that one's the lie.
I'm gonna say the third one is a lie.
The first one is a lie. I don't think
I nailed it.
That's
right. It's not a vegetarian diet. She's doing the fasting thing between 10 and
or
whatever you do. Yeah.
I'm mostly doing that. This weekend especially, I'm like, no. But no, I don't think I could ever become a vegetarian. I grew up with my dad grilling, and so most people can do it, but I don't think I can become a vegetarian. I remember I tried to become like a pescatarian once, and I like thought about that for 5 minutes, and immediately I was like, nope, no.
Aaron's Episcopalian. Okay. That's a bad joke. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and for your work with Showtune Sunday. It's always a pleasure working with you, whether it's here at Art 4 or over at Clay or Aaron's vocal studio. So thank you so much for your gifts, your talent, and the joy of working with you. Is there any final comments that you want to share with the audience before we say goodbye for the evening?
Thank you. Whoever watched any of the Showtune Sunday, go Art 4, support Art 4, support artists in the local area, and thank you for having me.
Lucy. We love you. Thank you.
Yay, bye.
That was Lucy Beard, everyone, our Showtune Sunday Artist of the Week, and you can donate right now to her campaign, and you can do that in a few ways. You can text Art4SB to 56651. You can Venmo us using the handle @Art4SB, or you could go to our website, art4sb.org/Showtune Sunday, where you can make a tax-deductible donation today. Remember, our Show Tunes Sunday series is dedicated to helping artists who have been financially impacted by COVID-19. And at the end of this week, 50% of all proceeds will go directly to Lucy Beard, and the other 50% will go towards Art Force 2020 programming. If you can't donate today, please consider helping in other ways by liking us on Facebook, following us on Instagram, and sharing our content. You might not be able to donate, but I'm sure you got a rich uncle who might be able to. That's right, folks. We have a few exciting things that are coming up, one of which is our collaboration with Notre Dame, which happens on Tuesday, August 4th. It's an extension of our Show Tunes Sunday programming that we're calling Show Tunes Shakespeare. It's music that's all inspired by the Bard himself. Art4 also made a special announcement yesterday that we are continuing with our production of 35 millimeters. Auditions for 35 millimeters go until Saturday, August 8th. So please submit your audition online by visiting art4sb.org and find the audition button right at the top of the page. It's a production that's all being done, rehearsal process and all, completely virtually. We're also looking for some local photographers to submit their artwork to be featured throughout the show. 35 millimeters is a song cycle that was has music that was inspired by works of photography, and we're flipping that concept onto its head. We're looking for local photographers to get inspired by the music and submit their work so we can feature them online later in September. That's all from us here at Art4 this evening. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for Intermission Interview with Lucy Beard. Thank you so much for your donations this week, and we will see you on Sunday with the announcement of our next artist. Bye.